on some more fall crafts for you, just some different tips, tricks, and ideas for you. So today we're going to make a pumpkin. I call it a patchwork pumpkin. You can call it whatever you want. Basically, this is what we're aiming for. And this is one that I finished. But in the meantime, let's start with what we have right here. So these are the supplies that you'll need. So I got one of these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. They have a couple different ones. Some say Happy Thanksgiving, some say Autumn up here. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna cut it apart, but I did keep the wording on here, so because I'm not very good at lettering. So we need something like this. We need some different pieces of scrapbook paper. Find a couple different mixtures, mix and match patterns that you like. You can repeat them if you want. I made quite a few of these, as you'll see from the glamour shots, and I mixed and matched them. Some with color, some without, some more Halloween, some more without. And then some different mix and match ribbons that go with your palette, and some popsicle sticks we're gonna use for the back to hold it together. And then your basic tools, we need Modge Podge because we're gonna be Modge Podging this. I have a sanding block. I have a paintbrush here for the Modge Podge, some scissors to cut the paper, glue gun, and I have some random flowers and berries if you want to put it on. However you choose to embellish it is great. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is basically take it all apart. So I kind of decided in advance where I wanted my colors to be of the three colors. These were the three pieces of paper I chose. And because I know I'm keeping these top two, I opted to put the pumpkin paper in the middle here, farther down, so it would be kind of like light, dark, light, dark. So basically, just in an effort to save time, I've cut 2 out of the 3 papers already, as you can see. So we're going to cut the third, but first we're going to take it all apart. That's how we're going to measure. So it has staples on the back, and this is basically how quick and easy it comes apart. And I already have things on me. A staple I'm wearing, another staple I'm wearing. So if you don't have glasses on, be careful of flying staples. Be a little more careful taking it off. And then I just pull them all out, or try to. There we go. There we go. Okay. These 2 are kind of in there to stay. I'll maybe deal with them later, but I don't want to waste your time because I know that's like watching paint dry. Nothing more boring than that. Okay. So we're good. The top 2 we're going to leave as is, so we'll put those off out of the way. And then, as I said, I've already cut 2 of these. You're going to figure out from the front which ones you want to do. So I chose this piece for the middle, and I've already cut it out. You can see how it just is going to fit right over here. And I chose the black one for the bottom, and again, you can see how that's going to fit like that. So all we have to do is the middle piece. Obviously you'll have to do all 3 of these, but I think once you get it, you get it. So this is the middle piece that's left, and this is the paper. So the trick is, the thing you don't want to do and learn the hard way is you have to know which way is up, because otherwise you're going to cut it wrong and your pumpkins are going to be going upside down. So this is my up from the front, and this is my up on my paper. Okay, so you're going to take this and lay it on your paper just the way you want it to go. This is how I'm going to want it to go. I usually work off the corners and things because I like to save as much paper as I can for future projects. I know some people do this and they cut their paper all over the place, and I'm not that person. I try to salvage as much as I can. So I do have a pencil here somewhere. Oh, there it is, under my paper. So just take a pencil and trace your piece. Very close. There you go. So we've traced our piece, and now we're just going to cut it. I usually cut it just a little bit shy on the inside of the pencil mark, just so that I don't have to sand too terribly much of it off. And another thing you want to do while you're doing all this is, whether you're mass producing these or even just doing one at a time, this piece and this one piece tend to look the same when they're cut. So keep your pieces together, so when you're Modge Podging, you don't get them mixed up or upside down or whatever. It doesn't seem like it would be easy to mix them up, but it can be, trust me. Okay, so now we have this piece going on here, and it's right side up. Obviously, if it's a pattern, it won't matter so much, but okay, so the next step is to Modge Podge these on. That's quick and easy also, just a little bit of Modge Podge. And if you don't have Modge Podge, you can use like watered down Elmer's glue or tacky glue or something. You don't want it real wet because your paper will wrinkle, but anything along those lines should work. Put a thin coat on. You don't want it to get too thick, you don't want it to bubble. Just a super thin coat. Here we go. And just line it up. You usually only get one, maybe two tries at it if you're off a little bit. So try to get it right the first time. Do yourself a favor. Okay, and then while that one's drying a little bit, we're just going to do these other two. Get it together. And I've seen things like this too at the Dollar Tree. Besides the pumpkins here, I've seen other things. I've seen acorns in parts. At Christmas time, they have ornaments that are in sections, or I've seen them at Hobby Lobby too. They don't have to necessarily come apart. They just need to be sectioned off. But it kind of just makes it fun and interesting and cute. And it doesn't have to be scrapbook paper like I'm using. Keep in mind, there's a lot of things that you can Modge Podge. You can Modge Podge tissue paper, wrapping paper, brown paper bags, all of the things. So the sky's the limit as far as this goes. But this was just something I started. I sold at a craft fair last year. They did fairly well. They were quick and easy to make. I think I made like 20 of them one night while I was watching television, and they, because I got them from Dollar Tree and I got them last year, when I did the ones last year, they were still only $1, so it didn't cost very much to make them. And as you can see, you get a lot from your paper. It yields a lot. So okay. And then once you get it on, just smooth it. You have to let it dry just for a minute. There we go. So 1, 2, 3 is how it's going to go back together, just like this. Hopefully you can see all that. I know you can see on the overhead. Hopefully you can see on the straight on version. I will just move this one out of the way. Oh, we have a puppy in the house, you guys. Lisa's behind the camera filming me, and her puppy wants attention. That's okay, Theo. So she took him upstairs. So in the meantime, while this dries for a minute, I just want to show you another option that I'm working on. This is not done either, but this is just a smaller pumpkin that I bought. Now this one I purchased all together like this. This is exactly how it came. So I did not take it apart, but I just had one piece of scrapbook paper, and I just started going in different directions with it like this and Modge Podged it on. And then I antiqued the outline to kind of make it a little bit more rustic. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm going to put a sign on it that says Welcome Fall. And then I'm going to add some of this fun pumpkin ribbon that matches it, kind of the same colors of the oranges and things. And I'll probably embellish it some more yet, but that's just another idea of something you can do with scrapbook paper. These little signs. I've seen them at Dollar Tree. I've seen them at Target, Dollar Spot. I've seen them at Hobby Lobby. They can be metal, they can be wood. Paint them any color that you want. But that's just another idea you can do with leftover scrapbook paper, or when you see things with dividers like this, how you can make it more of a patchwork design. You can put buttons on it or burlap or whatever. I'm still working on this one. I'll try to remember to show it to you when it's finished. But just a thought starter. Just look at things in a different light, objectively, and go from there. So anyway, so back to this. We did pretty well with cutting it. If it's a little bit off, just take a sanding block and just kind of go around the edges, and that'll take off any excess paper, scrapbook paper. It doesn't have, you don't want it hanging way over, but it doesn't have to be super perfect either. At the end of the day, we're going to be gluing this all back together again, actually as one piece, unlike how the Dollar Tree had it. Same thing on this one. What you'll find, because this is from the Dollar Tree, they're not always cut perfectly. That's why it's important to measure each one that you're doing for that one, because no two are the same. I learned that the hard way. When I was making these in bulk, I started cutting all of them the same measurements, just using one as a template. And then when I got to the second or third one, it didn't fit. Eventually I was able to find some to fit, but they, you know, they tend to be a little bit off, a little bit. The machines or whatever cut them, they're not always the same, so they do have imperfections. But we're gonna go from $1.25 to $1 million in just a minute here. And if you want to paint the edges or something, go nuts. Knock yourself out. I'm not a fan. Too much work for me, but certainly something easy to do. Okay, just gotta move this out of the way. Okay, so there we go. So now what we want to do is flip these over, and we need to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. If you see me looking up, I'm checking the overhead. After Lisa's done editing, I don't know which part you're going to be looking at, so just making sure I'm in the shot. Okay, so you put it back together, just the way it is meant to go, and then that's where the popsicle sticks come in handy. We're just going to just glue them back together. So just a little bit of hot glue. And you could put something else on the back if you want to make these super professional and, you know, cover the back or put felt on the back if you're going to give them as gifts or something, or you want it more professional, or if you want to put paper on the back, go right ahead. This can also be added to a sign or a canvas or something, or put in a frame. You know, the options are pretty much limitless. I guess these staples are going to stay there. Normally, if I was at home, I would take a pliers and pull them off and do all the things, but I'm in an effort to save time on this video. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them. And you can cut, of course, you could cut the sticks to fit also. Oh. Theo's being cute, you guys. He's very playful. He just got back from the groomers. Here he comes. He's going to come and say hello.
All right, here's Theo.
Here's Theo. Hi. Here's Theo. Say hi. Hello.
He needs some attention.
Yes, he needs love. He's under the table licking my legs. Even though I did shower this morning, I don't know, Theo. Okay, so we've got it back together again. So here's how it's looking. See? Coming along nice, but of course we can't leave it alone, you know. You know me. You know me by now, right? And keep in mind, you can put buttons on these. You can put, I've done some with like patchwork, patches of fabric or buttons or whatever on these. But I don't love this. And you could wrap it with rope or burlap or something, you know, if you wanted to recreate the wheel. I just kind of cover it up with either raffia and flowers or ribbon or berries or whatever the case is. So in this case, I have some ribbons. I'm going to just make a messy bow and go from there. So here's all my crazy ribbons. Normally I wouldn't put sparkly on with this because it's kind of more rustic, but in this case I'm going to just because this is glittered and I'm just going to go along with it. I'm just going to play along. So we have these, and I've already cut them in the interest of saving time. I've already pre-cut them. And then I have some of these black ones. Go this way and this way. You know what, I'm going to put this one underneath because it's not my favorite, but it kind of picks up the cream and the white. There we go. And this one. Here we go. And I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use this. I don't waste anything, guys. I do not waste anything. So just take it, tie it through the middle. Make your bow. I've even used this to tie off some of my other ones or as ribbons. So you'll see from the glamour shots, they're all slightly different. So just find your center. I say so a lot, don't I? I'm just noticing myself. I say so a lot, don't I, Lisa? So there.
No. I was just thinking about, I was in editing some of these videos. There's quite a few things that I say. So we're going to do this now. First thing you're going to do.
The first thing is like...
The third thing.
Yeah. The first thing is the third thing.
The first thing
The first thing was the first thing, the second thing, and the third thing.
Yeah.
You don't realize, guys, how funny you sound and all the little idiosyncrasies you have until you videotape yourself. And then it all comes to light. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm just going to double knot it. Okay, and then we're just going to glue it up here. Hide this ugly stem. And some of them I actually did change up the stems.
Pause. Resume.
Okay, so we have the bow on. Guys, I'm just going to put some little berries up here to embellish a little bit. I just got a branch of random, I think these are oak leaves, I think, and berries. And I'm just going to glue some random berries in here. I don't want to hide too much because it's cute. So we'll just put a little something in the center and go from there. And like I said, you know, this can be cute for ornaments. You can do ornaments with like wrapping paper, different wrapping papers like this. So many things. The options are really endless. And you see how quick and easy this is, and it's actually faster when you're not doing a video. It goes even much quicker than that. So I'm gonna just hide a little leaf back here. Just for a little pop of color. One more on the other side. So I think, you know, having the supplies, which I do, I think probably with even the prices now at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I mean, the scrapbook paper I got on sale at Hobby Lobby, but like I said, you can use wrapping paper, brown paper bags, tissue, all the things. This is a pretty inexpensive project. And then if you're going to put it on a door, make sure you put a door hanger on it, on the back. People have that option. I usually put the door hanger down far enough that they could hang it, but if they choose not to hang it, it just looks like a ribbon loop. And that's about it. You can put patches on, you can put buttons on, you can do whatever you want. But I welcome you to stay tuned, look at the final glamour shots on these, see what you think, and be sure to tune in next time to see which craft I'm going to make next. And in the meantime, please like and subscribe our channel, share with everybody you know. We would really, really appreciate you helping us launch this site. So thank you so much, guys. Until next time, bye.